pulled off the lattice and cleaned up a bit under the deck. And this deck has a crazy sway to it. Turns out that there's 4 posts here, 3 of which are on foundations, but clearly they sunk. And so there's no foundational pieces down here. There are poured concrete foundations under the middle 2. I found one under that, but this one here, which looks like it's an auxiliary, there's nothing poured. It's actually not bolted in. I'm not sure what that's doing there. And then this one is way down there. I had to dig down about a foot to find it, whereas this one over here I have to backfill because there's just too much dirt missing. When they punched out the original sump drain, apparently they really did a number on the foundation and the drainage. Anyway, that will take the sway out of this pretty quickly by putting in some new cross supports. There's really nothing holding this thing together. This piece right here is what's holding in the pieces going across, and that is held in by one lag bolt here. Yeah, 3 lag bolts all the way across total, holding the whole end of the deck together. I've been walking on it. It feels solid enough, but when you look at the actual construction, downright scary. I cannot wait to get this fixed. Well, we just unloaded all the lumber that was up here in the parking area, plus a truckload full of stuff. We've got mulch, we've got pavers with a bunch more mulch, all of which came down these incredibly janky stairs. And then we came down here with it. So what we've got is all of the deck boards, some concrete repair, paint, all the supplies we need. So we've got about 25 16 footers there. Got another 15 or 20 maybe of the 10 footers. We've got some 2x4s, we've got some 2x8s, we've got some 2x10s, we've got some posts. And you can see the stairs were ripped away. Look at the bow in this thing. And what we found is there is concrete underneath these 4x4s, and they're actually in good shape. It was just mounted completely wrong, and I suspect the middle sunk, so we'll probably dig that post up. So next up, we'll tear all of these top boards off, and we're gonna put a 2x8 triple beam on top of these 4x4s, plus additional supports going underneath next to those 4x4s to make them 4x6s at least. Really, turned out we found less surprises than we thought so far, and we'll be able to reuse a lot of what's underneath. It's actually in really good shape. It just looks terrible because there's no support beam here at the end. This whole thing's held up by 3 carriage bolts stuck through some 4x4s that sunk in the ground. Not the greatest engineering. We'll get it fixed soon. Well, on day 3, I didn't have any video running. So what you get today is a series of stills showing the destruction of the old deck, this first picture being one of the most important ones, where we tore out the old support and started building the new triple beam going across. We were using jacks and we were using 4x4 posts that are supplementing. There was a lot going on to support the load, but you can see here we did get that beam in, and you can see what it looked like with all of the debris in the yard. It was quite a pile. Here you can see too that we are reusing the old joists. Now some of them were a little too far apart, so we put new hangers on each one, straightened them out, and then added a few after this picture to make sure we had adequate support. Too much gap on the top is no good. Again, another shot here as we were tearing everything up. It was interesting to see a combination of nails and screws holding each of these boards in. And you can see they were very much worn down, so it was just time for them to be replaced. But once we got that work done, what a difference. Here you can see the first shots of the new boards being put on. Now I had some help from a couple guys that I paid to come out and help me for just a few days, tearing the old stuff out and putting the new stuff down. And this was a big day for us. Getting those new boards in, getting a new fascia board on there, which is literally just cosmetic now instead of functional. And you can see here the first stringer being cut. This is my first foray into cutting stringers, so it was kind of a nerve-wracking day for me. Time for another little update from the little house. Beautiful view out here at the lake today. Sunny. Gorgeous day. Been a hot one for working though, but a good one. So as you can see, there are some stairs. For the first time in a long time, we are back to having stairs. The tops are done. The stringers I cut and installed here, but needs railings, needs stabilizers, that kind of thing. However, that is done and solid, very solid. You can see here what's left of the old stringers. Only a few pieces of lumber left. We use most of it here. It's been a lot of work. Speaking of a lot of work, we also today finished the stairs. These have been in process for a while, and there's got to be black and on posts for paint and staining and stuff that's got to be done here, but you can see that this was installed. And so we have stairs up, and then we also did some leveling here today, and it is on the parking area where we installed some barrier. So there's been concrete that runs here, but looking at some old records, there was also something here. And so we installed a barrier here again today, including a bunch more in the gravel right here in front of the stairs so that there's more support. Also widen that stair. So we're getting there. Some days you can work 3 hours and it's basically invisible. Securing the ends of the boards, tightening up all the spindles, adding some brackets, adding more carriage bolts, going around and making sure you didn't miss anything the first time, which inevitably I did. A couple nails here and there, a couple screws. But the whole review is done and everything is snugged up real good, which means next step is paint. Another hot day, more progress. Today, stain. On the surfaces, you can see the black posts. That is the future, but we'll get all the black done next. The stain is on though, and also added some LED lights going up the side here, just so you can see it at night. So a couple extras on the front, a couple on the handrails up there, and then one for each stair coming down. That ought to really help because it is dark out here at night. And then in the back, the deck got stained today. All the upper boards, again, not the black paint on the rails, that'll come next, but you can see we used a natural color stain. It's a little bit pecan, a little bit cedar, a little bit just natural pine. It ought to look great. Now I have to add some supports yet on these stairs on the back and some railings, but again, all that's going to be black. The front board here on the deck will be stained just as an accent piece, and then I'm sure we'll put a few lights and caps and things up here too. But what a project at 90 degrees outside. At least it is done. On to the next thing. Paint and stain are wondrous things. It's amazing how things look. Went with all black posts and risers. Did the same here, and then stained with a natural color stain on the front. And the deck is officially done for now. Railings are all black and secured. Natural stain across the top boards and down the stairs on the rails. You can see the accents work nicely together. Basically realized the vision that we had for this property. And I'm excited. This is finally a level, solid, safe, usable deck. And what a unique look. Something we've never tried before, but because of the black accents on the house, thought this might be good. So white, black, and natural wood look. We thought about doing like a floating stairs look and doing black underneath there, but there's enough black now. And with that fascia board being wood colored on the top, we thought maybe this is what we would do. So there you go. Lots of progress today, and the deck finally complete.